morning, students. Hope you have solved yesterday's problem. So, in the given problem, similar type of problem, but the currency is between Australia and sterling pound. So, with the help of given data, you have to calculate or you have to identify whether IRP and PPP theory holds good. That means these rates are at par with market rate, actual market rate. So, if you consider considering IRP, formula will be new exchange rate is equals to 1 plus rate of interest in home country divided by 1 plus rate of interest in foreign country. So home country, to identify home country in the given problem, so market rate given in Australia. So Australia is considered as home country here. So RH, rate of interest, it is given per annum. So RH, so it is 3.5% for 6 months. 3.5 is the interest rate per annum. So 1.75 you have to take 1.75% for 6 months. This interest is for 6 months. So RF is given 2.9 per annum. So for 6 months it is 1.45%. 1.45% for 6 months. Fine? Now, P1, that is new exchange rate for 1 sterling pound is equals P0 given in the problem with P0, that is spot rate or prevailing market rate, is 3.2576. 3.2576, that is P0 multiplied by 1 plus RH, that means interest rate in home country is 1.75%. 0.0175 divided by 1 plus 0.0145, that is interest rate in foreign country, that is UK. Fine. To simplify this, P1 or new exchange rate for 1 sterling pound 3.26. So Australian dollar 3.2672. So calculate once again whether I'm correct or 3.2672, right answer. So according to IRP, I'm writing here, you have got Australian dollar 3.2672. So we have calculated new exchange rate considering interest rate in both the countries, Australia as well as UK. So according to IRP theory, market rate after 6 months would have been Australian dollar 3.2672 per sterling pound. Now given market price, but the actual market price after 6 months has become Australian dollar 3.8957. So the market rate for Australian dollar is overpriced. If this and this are equal, that is at par, then we could have said we could have said IRP theory is justifiable because market rate is equivalent to new exchange rate calculated with the help of IRP theory. But in this case, these two rates, one market rate, actual market rate, and the rate derived with the help of IRP differs. So, IRP theory is not justifiable here because Australian dollar is overpriced in the market. That is the actual rate. So, you have to write the conclusion. They are asking identify the market rate is at par with IRP. No, market rate is not equal what IRP rate gives. So you have to write that conclusion in your sum exam. Now, if you consider PPP theory, IRP. If you consider purchase power parity theory, 1 plus new exchange rate is equals to P0 into 1 plus inflation in home country divided by inflation in foreign country. So P1, that is turning point 1 is equals to P0, the spot rate of prevailing market rate is Australian dollar 3.2576 multiplied by 1 plus divided by 1 plus 0.018. P1 is equals to sterling pound, 1 is equals to Australian dollar 3.279. Again, again compare this rate with the actual 6 months market rate. They are asking is these two rates are whether equal, that means at par or at parity. See this? According to PPP theory, new exchange rate derived after adjusting inflation rates in both the countries, it is Australian dollar 3.2799, 3.2. But the actual market rate is 3.8957. Again, the IRP theory is not just the PPP theory is not justifiable here because these two rates are different. If you combine both IRP and PPP, new exchange rate is equals to P0 multiplied by 1 plus rate of interest in home country divided by 1 plus rate of interest in foreign country. That should be multiplied by 1 plus inflation in home country divided by 1 plus inflation in foreign country. So P1 is equals to P0 is 3.2576 multiplied by rate of interest. So 1.75 we have calculated. Rate of interest in home country is 1.0175 divided by 1.0145. That should be multiplied with inflation in home country is 1.025, inflation in foreign country 1.018. So if you calculate, $3.2896 Australian dollar for 1 sterling pound. If you combine these two theories, IRP theory and PPP theory, the market rate supposed to be, according to these two theories, if we combine these two theories, market rate might have been Australian dollar 3.2896 per sterling pound. But the actual rate is 3.8957. So again, if we combine these two theories also, the market rate Australian dollar is overpriced in the market. So this is how we solve such type of problem. And one more type of problem they may ask in your SEM exam. Please make a note of it and try to solve such type of problem. Spot rate Canadian dollar 8.7562 per sterling pound. 1 year forward rate Canadian dollar 10.8596 per sterling pound. Interest in Canada 6.5% per annum. Interest in UK is 3.9% per annum. If IRP theory holds good, suggest arbitration with assumed sum of 1 lakh Canadian dollar. So this is what we have solved under scenario 1, scenario 2, scenario 3, where spread percentage is equal to interest rate differential, where spread percentage is greater than interest rate differential, and third scenario, interest rate differential is greater than spread percentage. So while solving such type of problem, start with calculating interest rate differential, then calculate spread percentage, then determine whether interest rate differential is greater than spread percentage, then illustrate by borrowing Canadian dollar 100 lakh in Canada and convert it to UK at the spot rate, deposit there for 1 year at the interest rate of 3.9% per annum, then reconvert it to Canadian dollar at the forward rate, 1 year forward rate. Now repay your loan amount in Canada along with interest rate, determine or calculate gain or loss from the process of arbitration. So arbitration is nothing but borrowing in one country and depositing in another country for another rate of interest. So while borrow this rate along with this rate you have to repay the loan. When you convert it to sterling pound, you deposit at this rate. So try to solve if you have gone through my previous videos, that is scenario 1, scenario 2, scenario 3, while explaining interest rate parity theory, you can solve this problem definitely. If not, let me know, we will solve it here. Thank you.